in Hinesville, Georgia, zone 9B, previously 9A. I am doing a few things in my garden that's going to have my fall and my winter garden off to a great start. And I wanted to give you some advice just in case you needed to hear this, or you're struggling, or you just don't know. One of the greatest advice that I can give you to have a successful fall garden is to have proper spacing. This is basically a rule in the garden, no matter if you're planting in the fall, the winter, the spring, or the summer. Make sure that you're not planting your vegetables too close. It's the same as humans. Like, we cannot be confined to one little space and then you expect for us to just be the best that we can and just grow big and healthy and strong. That's not the case. When you're planting your vegetables, you do not want to put them too close to each other, because they need their own space for their roots. They need their own space for their leaves. They need to be able to absorb the sun as much as possible, and they need to be able to absorb nutrients, water, and everything from the soil. So make sure that when you're planting your vegetables, do not plant them too close. So I have in these containers, I have a bok chow, I have a broccoli, and I have a collard green. The reason why I have these three in this raised bed is because I know within a month I will be harvesting my bok chow, which will leave enough space for my broccoli and my collard greens to have more than enough space to grow. I'm going to show you how I have it set up in my small raised beds so you can have an idea how I did my spacing. Last year I grew some really big bok chows, and my bok chows, they were just humongous. So this year I know that my spacing for my bok chow needs to be more than it was last year, because I know they have the potential of being humongous. This is one of my small raised beds. I have a bok chow. I still have a pepper that I'm planning on overwintering. I have mustard greens. I have another bok chow, I have a broccoli, and I have some Brussels sprouts over there in the corner. When you're looking at it, in your mind, you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, she got so much space. Yes, I do. But that's where I'm going to put garlic and onions and stuff, because I also need to do some companion planting. If you don't know what companion planting is, stay tuned. I will probably do another video. So these are all bok chow in this area. These are Brussels sprouts and broccoli right here, and this is 2 cabbages. Over here I have some winter beans that I just planted today. And that's what my 4x4 raised bed look like. Over here, I also have some bok chow. I have 2 lettuce. I have a cabbage in the middle, and I have celery on the side, and I have a broccoli in the back. I know the broccolis are going to get really big, so I gave that enough space in the back by itself. And I also need to make sure that when I put my winter covering on it, meaning like my frost blanket over this bed, that I still have enough space to get everything covered up so it can keep warm and cozy for the winter. And then this is my next bed. This bed and that bed, pretty much I mirrored them, and they pretty much look the same, but not really. So I have a bok chow in the front. I have a romaine lettuce on the side. I have another one on the side. I have a cabbage in the middle. I have some onions. I have a celery, and I also have a Brussels sprouts in the back. So make sure that when you start your garden, you're not putting a broccoli and a broccoli and a broccoli, because you know broccolis grow big, and if they're touching each other when they're babies, they're never going to be big. And you cannot complain about not having big, beautiful plants if you're really not following the rules of gardening. Your plants need space and they need room to grow. Hopefully this information helps. Make sure that you're following for more advice.